Hi, hello peeps. Okay, hold on, let me adjust so that you get to see more of my beautiful face. There we go. Now I'm sitting eye level with you and a little too close, I'm sure, but that's besides the point. Thank you for logging in, Nira. Congratulations on first. Congrats. Thank you for logging in, Yellow. Good night, Crusader. Thank you for stopping by. Good morning, Malware. My level isn't all the way down there. Well, you're mean. You're mean to me. You know what? That's what I have to say about that, is you're mean to me. How are you? How are you guys doing today? I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I went to the doc to see if there was an issue. They came back with, no, you just have really bad allergies, which is, like, honestly fair, but still. So, I'm fine. But, I skipped, and then yesterday I had no spoons, so I got nothing done. But that's besides the point. That's not what you came here to see. You came here to see me play game and then maybe do some art stuff at stuff. You know what I meant. You're here to see me do art stuff now. And after guys, when I tell you it is going to be a day. It is going to be a day. That is for sure. So, let's get into the thing, shall we? Okay, never mind. There we go. I'm a little big, but yeah. Nobody wants to see all this, you know. It's too powerful. Okay, so we got our blankies. Vibrating changeling. Good for your purposes. Thinking of me based on a real person, it's easier with a reference photo or the person themselves handy. How are you guys doing this morning? Are you vibing? I hope you're doing better than me. I'm like really discombobulated this morning. I may make today's stream a little shorter. It just depends on how I'm feeling and everything, because I don't know. I may not be sick, per se. But the condition is kicking my ass. I've been dead all day like usual. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't check up on the island yesterday. It's my fault. I'm the worst.
Hey, good morning.
Is that loud enough for you guys? Oh, my audio is just really low.
I think Nira and Miss...
Nira, what did you do with your
What should we talk about
hair?
to help them get along? Got it.
Nira!
I'll go round up Nira and Miss Play.
I'm alive. I'm glad you're alive, Dragon. It's nice to see you.
Miss Playing, say hello to Nira. Nira, this is Miss Playing.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible.
Do you feel like talking about?
It looks like I made a choice.
Creating chaos. Sure. Hey, if someone was like, let's go creating chaos, would you want to get in on it? For sure. I'm all about creating chaos. I'm honestly kind of obsessed. Matter of fact, I could talk about creating chaos all day if you wanted. Sounds like a fun day.
And just like that, they were friends. Good friends! I woke up feeling more tired than I actually am. No, I
Having
feel
them
it.
talk about creating chaos was a wonderful idea. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Alright! That's handled. Hurst has... Ooh! Ooh, and Teto!
Huh. I need to clear my head.
What's up? What's up, Hurst?
I can't hold back my feelings for Neon. I need to tell her how I feel.
Go for it.
Where should I confess my love?
Tomoria restaurant.
How should I confess my feelings?
Romantically!
Should I change what I'm wearing first?
Maybe we have something better for her. Hello! Hi, CP! God, I really don't have anything for bottoms, do I?
So this outfit is...
No, I got something.
Let's see.
Let's see what we got. We can give her some shorts. Oh, I do like the bow. I don't know. Hold on, let me see. We gotta go to the store. Oh, the space outfit is cute. Let's do, God, there's like just jack all for fucking... But I guess you're fine. Go as you are, because I can't come up with anything better. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. It's time to psych myself up and say how I...
You can do it. Tell her you love her. No, my box! How dare you? And there I am. Beautiful.
Neon, the two of us meeting on this island. It was fate. We're the perfect pairing. Better than butter on bread, better than spaghetti and meatballs.
Ow. That wasn't very nice.
Neon. My dear, sweet Neon. We're a flavor all our own. A dinner with endless courses.
Thank you for logging in, EP. Thank you for
Bon
logging in,
appetit.
Slayer. What am I going to say? It better be yes. I waited with bated
Hold
breath.
it right there.
Gasp!
The one who truly loves Neon is me.
It's me!
I confessed my feelings first. That means I love Neon the most.
Oh my god!
Neon, which of us do you choose?
What great choices.
Hannah, I'd love to go out with you.
No! 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 Oh no! Oh no! Wait, this is how this was supposed to go? Wait a minute! It's okay, Hannah. We'll make it work. Oh, Hurst! Oh no! Maybe I don't know my friends as well as I thought. The script has been ignored. Oh no! No! Oh no! I'm literally going to get married to Robin in 2 months. How do I tell him about this? Oh man. I'm sorry,
I
Hurst.
think I'm just tired.
Here, I'm sure I'm your only friend, so maybe this will work. I'm sorry, Hannah. I must take your new beloved for a moment. I didn't either. It'd be awkward since Neon made Hurst feel bad. God fucking damn it. Alright, Nira, where are you? I think you guys are friends. Hold on. I'm sorry, Hurst. I'll come back to you. We have other things to deal with right now. And why the fuck am I a tree? You said you wanted to wear something that made you stand out.
Is.
The fact you chose me and I'm straight up just in a tree.
I can't hold
know!
back my feelings for Nira. I need to tell them how I feel.
Go for it. I'm
When
sure
should
this
I
is going to
confess my
end
love?
so much better than my thing. Ooh. We're trying to open up a better feelings. Her place. I feel like
Does my
Nero would be
place
so
need a
down for
vibe
that.
check first?
Yes. Man. No. Here's what's gonna happen, Hannah. You and I are going to be, you and I are gonna end up getting divorced, and, I'm gonna be after Hurst, and Hurst is gonna be married to Miku. Do you want, like, creepy dingy? Let's see. Honestly, we're gonna end up getting married, and then we're gonna end up divorcing, and it's gonna be really complicated between us. And all this time, I'm just gonna be like, no, it was supposed to be Hurst. Do we want something cozy? We'll do cozy for now. We'll pull the rug on Nira later.
Thank you. Please come again.
Because I have exactly the house in mind for Teto.
How should I confess my feelings?
Do it! Arrogantly.
Should I change what I'm wearing for?
Nah. Well, you should actually. Well, no, you look great.
All right. It's time to psych
She's a
myself
Cinderella,
up and
exactly.
say how I really feel.
Let's see how this one goes. Yeah, hi, Psycho!
I bet you never imagined in your wildest dreams that I'd invite you here. And yet here you are. Lucky you. Anyway, let's get to it. I've decided to grant you the privilege of dating me, Nira.
Hold it right there.
Gasp!
The one who truly loves me
Oh no!
is me. Hold it right there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Well, the one who truly,
No,
deeply
Hurst,
loves
this isn't
Mira
the
is
way you
me.
should do this!
I confessed my feelings first. That
This
means I
isn't the
love
way this
Mira
is
the most.
supposed to be! Got him!
Which of us do you choose?
Oh no!
Pick one of us, once and for all.
Who will you choose, Nira?
Tito, I'd love to go out with
Gasp!
you.
The right choice, let's be honest. Damn, Nira! You were pulling all the ladies! Poor Hurst, yeah, what the fuck was that all about? Hurst, she's gonna be so depressed when I go back. Falling in love. Alright, if things work out, you said, okay, she'll call you Remy. Nira is popular, clearly. Remy. I don't know what I didn't either. Remember when I said
Remy,
you were
you look
rapidly
great
becoming
today.
one of the most popular people on the island? I guess I was right. Dude, hers isn't even on your top 3 or on her hold on, we'll look at relationships here in a moment. Is this how you pay back for being numb by bed by hers all the time? No! I wanted hers to love me, but Hannah usurped her
feel it.
glory. It's okay, Hannah. You and me will be a power couple. Training jokes about capitalism.
Fancy a round of Poke the Ferris wheel.
Sure. Man, we gotta start planning our dates and everything, Hannah. What are we gonna do?
Poke the Ferris wheel 2 times. You can. Let's give.
What are we gonna do to cement our love?
Great. give it one lap. Woo,
Fuck, that was too much. I should have just lightly, gently tapped it.
so close.
Yep, so close.
Hey, you can't win alone.
Alright, thanks, Squidward. Maybe I'll hand this over to Hurst. I think she needs it more than I do. Alright, let's handle the Hurst situation. How you doing, Bubs?
I think I'm just tired.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Dude, Nira isn't even in her top 3 acquaintances. That's wild. Have some sashimi.
Sigh.
What is the timestamp for that? Can somebody write that down in my DMs or somewhere that I can find? Alright, Hurst.
Huh,
So you're next.
I think I'm just tired.
So Nira wants to be friends. Would it be weird if I brought them over to help? God, you have pink hair now. It's hard to find you. I think we're just gonna have to send Hurst on a trip. Alright, Hurst, let's get you a little better. Poor Hurst. Let's take her to Kyoto. Well, no, let's take her to Hawaii. She needs to relax. We'll let Hurst go and relax and take her mind off of everything shitty. Being rejected twice. She tried so hard to rebound on
A
Nira.
Hawaii tour. Are you really giving this to me?
This is what I get for my 40
Thank
day
you.
streak. Yeah, all of
change
the women,
scenery
the
can help
harem.
me take my mind off things. Well, here I go. Bye.
Man, poor Hurst. What have I been up to on the other? We haven't found that out yet.
Never a bad idea to end the day with some hula. Say cheese. I'm at Kualoa Ranch. Roar. Say
Roar!
cheese.
T-Rex arms. Next time on Dragon Ball Z then. No, it'll just be once we get out of
I'm
here.
in Waikiki. Say cheese.
Alright, do you feel better now, Hurst? Imagine Hurst coming back and get rejected
Going
the
on
third
that trip
time.
did wonders
Man,
for my mood.
I'm shocked
I feel
that
so much
Hannah and
better
I
now.
are well,
Oh, and I
some
got you a
meddling may be
souvenir.
required. It's crazy how both times I have ended up like with Hannah or Hannah's been crushing or whatever, it has been completely out of left field. But she has managed to worm her way into the top spot somehow. Hannah, why are you just stalking her? Why are you just standing outside of her house? You weirdo.
Huh?
What's the matter with you?
Hey. Voila. What do you think of my new hairdo? I went with something a little more artsy.
It looked better
Oh,
before.
really?
Ah, he's back to normal. Alright. Oh boy.
You know what I heard? Apparently, people interested in capitalism are also interested
You
in
know what?
humans.
That's
Oh.
pretty fair.
I've never heard of either of those.
Chase is burying his head in the sand, which is,
Really?
you know, not out of
Neither
character.
one. Do you like me? Yes or no?
Answer
Answer
quick!
quick.
Bless the grape, thank you, Yellow.
Oh, maybe.
You're
You're okay.
Jesus
I
Christ!
did specify yes or no.
What has happened to you? You're
Oh,
gonna
I
vote
meant to
off the
say
island
earlier,
at this
Your
rate!
outfit's really cute.
Jesus!
Is that look trending right now?
It was a gift, so I guess I
Thank you for
wouldn't
logging in,
know.
Rose.
Oh,
Damn! Hurst is just striking out again and again and again and again.
Yeah, grab and snap elbow.
Poor
What's
thing.
Vanchicilla.
Oh god, I have to really adjust you. I don't know why. I figure out what. I know why you look wrong. I figured it out.
Good morning.
You look wrong because your hair color is wrong. That's better. It's like so unpredictable that have happened. They look a little better.
I could really go for a seafood dish.
Sashimi!
Yum.
Alright. Now we get to go through and feed everybody.
Oh, he travels the channel with us.
Hannah and Neon are truly enjoying their date. We're enjoying our date, Hannah, you and me.
Ahoy hoy, Neon.
But don't worry.
Yum.
We will meddle in this soon enough. Alright, you're fed. Now it's Chase's turn.
Hey, good morning.
Give you some sashimi.
Yum.
Man, hers is just fucking striking out. Not friends with Chase. Got rejected twice. Just, ugh, sad.
Held on straight in a fan.
It's, do you need me?
Here, oh, you already... here, have some food.
Yum.
Jesus! Level up! Oh boy, I can't wait to have to look through perks for Clang. Yeah, that checks out. I should have some rice because she got rejected thrice. I know, what the fuck?
I feel like I'm becoming my true self more and more.
Ugh. Two genders. Oh boy! We're just gonna handle that right now. There we go! That was easy. Oh, new viewer, a new follower.
Hey there.
I don't know.
My
Anybody
room's
that
been
comes
using
in
new
with a
vibe.
name like that gives me immediate bad vibes. We're gonna have to keep keeping an eye on on the Discord just in case, but yep, Ram could use a new vibe. Sure. How would you like to live? Here, you know what? This one seems right. Keep an eye on them. Absolutely. That is the plan.
It looks great now. Thank you.
Oh boy. I think we may have to get here. You know what? Nira, you're here, right? I started Discord for you, thank you. Nira, if you are here and you are able to kind of keep an eye on things, would you please? I'm just a little wary. What happened? Just a moment. Let me see if I can't get into the... I need to get into the back end. I went to get practice. I'm on the Discord too, thank you. Handling work stuff. That's fine, that's fine. I just want to keep an eye on peeps, that's all. And I'm trying to get into my stream manager. I haven't seen anything weird. Me neither. Excuse me. Oh boy. Yep, I think that we are going to have to pull mod actions here. Seems like some botting, indeed. So we're going to ban So, no, you're good. You're good. I've got it. And you make a mod, I can monitor and help. Yeah. I trust you, Anna. Excuse me. Oh, in that case, yeah. It also says have some mod experience. I think we're good. I think that with the two of you, that should be fine. Driving to Jackson, Tennessee. Oh, that sucks. Why do you have to do that? Yeah, I think we just have bot follows, thank God. It doesn't seem like it's been too bad yet. It does make me wonder where the hell Seribot is, though. Because Seribot should be here somewhere. Oh my god, can Seribot please work? Like, just 3 for now, nothing crazy, just something to monitor, yeah. I'm trying to get this other bot that I use to get back in my channel. Cool. Alright, so that should be good now. I assume it's working. Alright. Cool, back to fun, happy drama times. Thank you guys for keeping an eye out. Well, wait, I don't think there's anything going on. I think maybe, hopefully it was just a 3. But we shall see. Hopefully. Hopefully that's it. Alright! We can go back to Tomodrama Island. Thank you all for being patient and watching and keeping an eye out for me. Yeah, let me know if anything sus comes up in the Discord. I doubt it. It's probably just follow bots, but not a bad idea to keep our eyes out. Alright, back to you. Sorry. Thank you guys for your patience. Your hair is normal because you asked me how it looked and I said it was a choice and I rubbed your head and it went back to normal.
Does, anyone want to talk about Secret Box?
No?
That's all you ever talk about.
Yeah, that sounds right. Teto has a secret box where she keeps, like, all of her,
Never mind.
creepy fucking
Forget I
thingies
said
from Nira.
anything.
But you didn't say anything.
Dish the deets?
I haven't told anyone this, but I'm thinking about getting into creating
You know what sounds
chaos.
really good right now, guys?
Creating
I could go for some
chaos.
cake.
That's the tough road you've chosen.
I've always
I haven't
been
had
too
cake in a
scared
long
to
time.
try.
Excuse me.
Apparently, mixing kimchi and sports drinks is a taste sensation.
Just last week, you were ranting about how those two foods shouldn't even be in the same kitchen.
Things from Nira.
I'm not buying it. Storytable. Quattalati.
Frontiona Burberly? Thailand book? Right.
Like the vanilla cake with whipped cream and strawberries. Yeah! I want vanilla cake. Dude, this was a mistake. Now I brought it up and I'm just really hungry.
Hey, Krumlock.
I had bread for breakfast because I have a problem.
Chapter. Stamby.
I'm sorry, was that... did Teto say something about having sex?
Hello.
Nira, it's time for you to have the nom-noms.
Yum.
Did you guys know you can buy Panera bread? So the reason I've been on a bread kick lately is because I know that Panera bread is like now shitty. I never enjoyed it when it was good, so I have no frame of reference. But I really, really, really love their bread. It is what has gotten me on my bread kick. And you can just buy their bread. I didn't know that. You can just buy their bread. I want chocolate cake. Chocolate cake's too rich, usually, for me. Excuse me. Usually.
I feel like I got one step closer to my true self.
Is it expensive? Good question. Let's go on a mini side quest where I look it up and you guys find out. How is Seto not my number one? I don't know, man. This game is wild, isn't it? Let's see. French baguette, sourdough bread. Sourdough bread, here we go. Classic sourdough, yep. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. Oh, no! Okay, well, I can't buy it. It's not anywhere near me. Because apparently it's grocery store bread, not like you can't just buy it from them, which is kind of ridiculous. Ah! Unfortunate.
Nothing particularly delicious today.
Oh, yeah, Hannah? That is weird. I agree.
Huh. Hey, Neon.
Hi, Hannah. Bacon.
Yum.
That's like the healthy thin bacon, too. She liked it. Good, she better like it. Alright, Hurst. Hurst is watching Squidward.
This is
You
the
two can
first
bond
time
over
we've
crushed
met.
dreams.
I'm Hurst.
Huh? Yeah? I'm Squidward?
They can bond over crushed dreams. Oh, that's weird, yeah.
Crunchy.
Crab cakes.
Minnesota glass.
Strawberry cake is good too. I am not a huge fan of fruity desserts. I don't know what it is. I don't like them. We'll feed everybody and then we'll handle Nira's issue. Bacon.
Yum.
Wow. Calm down, Patrick. And then Tato. They're talking about their love of playing D&D.
Me.
Tato's you're Tato's favorite, Nira. Why aren't you? Why isn't Tato your favorite? Why not Nira? What have you done? Because I'm dumb. You know what? That makes sense. Oh, theory? Squidward, Hurst befriended Squidward so that Squidward could listen in on their conversation. See, this is part of what makes Tomodachi life so good. Is it's all about interpreting what's going on as more than what's going on. People have no imagination these days. Mingo's here too. They're all trying to get the dirt on me and Teto. That's what they're after. Level up! If we're going to go full ham on this fucking, like, rotten girl Miku idea, we need to make her more anxious. The music is a bop. It do be a bop. Alright, Zen. Have some salami. She loved it. Now we go to B. Dude, what? Sometimes there's like a lot of shit going on the island for like 2 people and then everybody else is just chilling. That's what today is for sure. Honestly, not a lot going on for everybody else. But you and her says basically asked if 3 people like her and everybody told her no. Everybody's like, oh, that's neat. I guess you're cool, I guess. It's pretty heartbreaking, yeah. This version of Hurst is not a cool Hurst. Apparently. I mean, maybe it's my fault. I gave her some awful clothes, you know, and couldn't get any better alternatives. Oh! Things are happening on the island.
We interrupt to
She's
bring you
rebounding
some
to everyone,
breaking
too.
news.
She just wants to be
We've
loved.
just received some wonderful news. An event is being held in honor of Neon and to celebrate 50
Look at me,
Boost
guys. I am
Island
making
residents'
everyone so
happiness
happy.
levels. Let's go live to the event.
I love that Hurst is in the center, even though she just had one of the worst days of her life. Oh, hey, now you play the maracas.
Neon.
We give you
Our eternal thanks.
Oh, thanks, guys.
What a wonderful performance. And a remarkable way to express appreciation for Neon. It truly warms the heart.
Beautiful.
I'm
Truly
Coco,
beautiful.
And you're up to date.
Okay. Yeah, you tell him, B. Shout your positive traits.
Ahoy hoy, Neon.
Uh-oh.
I want to be friend.
Sure.
What should...
Capitalism. Mr. Krabs' only conversation talking is capitalism.
Morning, Miss Clang.
It suits
Do
does.
you
It
feel
suits
like
him best.
talking about capitalism?
What? I was just thinking about capitalism too.
Weren't you just talking
I
with
feel
Teto about
destiny at work
capitalism?
here.
You were talking to
Miss
somebody
Clang,
about capitalism, I
Please
thought.
be friends with me.
Or not.
Oof.
I don't really believe in destiny anyway.
At least
Never
Hearst isn't
mind.
the only one getting on the rejection train. Jason Mania, we're talking. Oh, okay, that was it.
I guess Miss Clang wasn't really feeling our convo about capitalism.
You know what? That's fair. Oh, it's okay, Mr. Krabs. It's okay. You don't want him to be your friend anyway. It's okay. Alright, Chase said he didn't know what capitalism was. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that's what Hearst said. I'm pretty sure Hearst talked to Chase and was like, have you heard about, like,
Yum.
people like capitalism, who talk about capitalism, talk about the demons? And Hearst was like, or no, and Chase was like, no, I haven't heard anything about it. I do know somebody bonded over capitalism, but I don't know who. You said it was me, Neon, not me,
Something on
Hearst.
your mind.
Hi, Nine.
Yum.
Yeah, mixed up that part. Yeah, you did. That's what I thought. How dare you? Alright, what quirks do we give him 9S? Flips out with angry, I think suits 9S pretty well, let's be honest. And your friend in OC, nice.
Oh, I feel a little different.
Yada yada. Alright, Eepy, how have you been doing?
Good morning?
What is happening? Is there YouTube happening somewhere in the background that I can't? Oh, it's an ad. God.
Yum.
There you go, Eepy. Eepy, you need to make some friends. Thank you, Yellow. He flips the fuck out when he gets it. Yeah, definitely. I feel like it is the only accurate description. I am desperate for that food. You have been starved. Poor Eepy.
Let's play Pixel.
Sure.
Here's your first pixelated item. What do you think it is?
Coleslaw.
The answer is coleslaw. Next up, your second pixelated item. What do you think it is?
A mahjong tile.
The answer is...
I knew that without even looking at the thingy because I'm
Mahjong
so
tile.
well versed.
And finally, the last pixelated item. What do you think it is?
Oh, porridge.
The correct answer is... porridge.
Perfect. Hannah, are we good for tonight?
Congratulations, you won.
Excuse me,
Time for
sorry.
your prize.
Alright. Audie, wait, Audie, wait, you need to be fed.
Good morning.
Should be. Okay, cool. Hopefully I have the spoons and I don't get voluntold
That's too much.
too much. Alright. So who we have for me? I need help. Well, who better to help me than First?
Using slate power to relieve stiff shoulders and back pain. Driving off even the most stubborn of headaches. Hurst, master practitioner of the mystical slate healing arts, has arrived.
I think Hurst might be losing it a little bit. A lot of it.
Ah. Thank good. Oh.
You're gonna fix this.
Huh. What's up with you?
The hiccups. Hic. They're in. Hic. Less.
Oof. I've never seen a case this bad before.
Mariska, from impressed,
I'm
being
gonna be
rejected,
okay,
that her rejected. The gene became weird. She's going through it right now, okay?
Chat. I owe you one.
No
Oof.
big deal.
Well, now they're great friends. Slowly but surely, we will manipulate this relationship into being what it should be. What's the matter with you, Nira?
I want to try living with Miku.
Nira! You want to try living with Miku after you just got together with Teto?
If I lived with Miku, we'd be spending a... What's something you...
Historians would say they were simply great friends. You're right. Playing D&D. You could play
Okay.
D&D with Miku.
Hear me out? Okay.
What's got you looking so serious? Mira!
Well, if the two of us lived together, what's something you think we'd enjoy doing every day? Let's say it together. On 3. 1,
Damn, Mira
2,
trying to create a
3.
harem. Honestly.
Playing D&D.
I knew it. A perfect match. Let's move in together.
Damn. Didn't even consult Teto first. And there's Hannah covering it in the back. You see her? With her computer, she's writing all this down so that she can publish the Me News later.
This is gonna be a blast. Don't you think the houses here are a little small? I'm thinking we'll need to build a new one.
Oh, she's skedaddling. She's like, alright, I've seen all I can. Oh, you, all of you are a handful.
I'm sure we'll have a great time living in this house together.
Me too.
Say, do you have any If you have a good name for us, I'd love to hear it.
I got the perfect one. Nira's. Harem.
Nira's harem.
That's singular.
They'll be known as Nira's harem. Then we shall be henceforth known as Nira's harem.
That makes sense.
Thanks for the excellent idea. I hope you'll keep checking in on us.
You got
the
an R. Oh,
members of
did
Nira's
I?
harem.
Maybe. Maybe. Might be. Alright, so everybody's handled.
Welcome in. Thanks a ton.
Great
Be
carrot.
sure to
Looks like
stop by
cheese.
again this afternoon.
Alright, let's see what we got in here.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Teto, you wanted to live with Miku. Well, Teto was working hard at her part-time job to support you, and this is how you repay her. Hey look, Eepee's doing the
Hello,
news.
and welcome to the morning edition of Me News. A rare weather phenomenon today caused a massive gold bar downpour from the sky. Witnesses were rendered speechless by the unusual
Speechless and
storm.
I'm sure headless.
That is, except for resident gold bar lover Bee, who was squealing with joy and pushing a wheelbarrow around to catch
Whoa.
as many as possible. She later reported, "I have enough to last a lifetime." The cause of this phenomenon is being investigated, but in the meantime, experts are urging locals to not bring wheelbarrow loads home.
Why
We
not?
asked residents for their reactions. That news makes me so happy.
That moved me to tears. Figuratively.
Thanks for watching. I'm Eepee, and this has been the 9 o'clock news.
Thanks, EP. The best damn news lady. I'm buying this. Dolly shirts, like cyberpunk pants. Nothing here that really catches my interest. I'm gonna give that to Hannah. Hannah, come here! Oh, why are you so gumpy?
Hey, Neon. Sorry, I'm a little upset with Neon.
Yeah, that checks
Why
out.
did she have to say that?
Yeah, that checks out. Alright, here you go. Take your new hat! It matches your outfit. Beautiful. I mean, it suits you. What do we got? Perfect.
I feel like I'm becoming my true self more and more.
And then we go to... Ooh, Teto is curious about me! Oh,
Whoa. Neon. Check out that rainbow. This makes me feel like something good's about to happen.
oh, that was a sweet little interaction. Maybe Teto isn't as bad as she seems to be. She saw I was sad and made me feel better. Yes, your room could use a new vibes in. What do we got? Zin is the one manning the desk like you better fucking pick something that's not garbage. Zin would you... we'll get her this one. This is pretty close to it. I can picture her room looking like just the last neon.
This is different. Thank you.
Alright, let's dump all of our wishes into the fountain. yada yada. I am yada yada. Maybe. Alright, level up. Quirks. Nothing left for quirks. Oh, we have another wish.
We interrupt to bring you some breaking news. An exciting new travel destination is now available. A Southeast Asia
Now we get
tour
to
is
see who
now
gets to go on a
available via
trip.
travel
Is it gonna be
tickets at the Wishing
sleepy,
Fountain.
eepy, sleepy,
Sighs of
eepy,
relief could be
sleepy?
heard throughout the island, and one resident is quoted as saying, "I hope my roommate is gifted a trip soon. I could really use the alone time." It looks like a wish. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Hannah. So we'll add one more wish to this, and then we'll go take whoever on their trip. Alright. We got all of you. Ippy and Adi. Oh, no, we're actually behind a couple. So it's B, Mr. Krabs, Ines, Sleepy, and Adi. There are like 11 countries in a particular game. There are like 11 countries in Southeast Asia. Spin! Who's going on a trip? It's Zin. Zin is going on a trip in her favorite rocket ship. Alright, Zin, go! Be free!
Station tour. Thank you so
Zooming
much.
through the skies, little Einsteins. Climb aboard, get ready to explore. There's so much to find. Little Einsteins. I'm sad that so much of that is still committed to memory years later. I haven't seen that in forever. Ooh,
Say cheese.
Zin looks cute with that hat.
This trip to Vietnam's Halong Bay has been a long time coming.
Say cheese.
Haha, I get it. A long time coming.
Greetings from Thailand's Pattaya Beach.
Damn, Vietnam mentioned.
I've ever seen.
Say cheese.
That was a wonderful trip.
I mean,
Thanks
Eastern
so
Light.
much for
Why?
letting me take it.
Smart detection.
This souvenir
Why?
is for you.
What did you say that was bad? Yeah, why was that bad? Was there a slur in there that I didn't see? Wait, you saw that too, right? Okay. Oh god, what are you and I up to?
Should we find somewhere fun to hang out? Is there anywhere you want to go?
Oh,
Leon?
I'm trying to
Here
hold
is fun,
Hannah's
bunny.
hand. Oh my god. What was bad about that? I don't know, man. Trees
Let's
on
go
demands.
over there.
No! Defeated.
Real text demand.
I'll never get to hold Hannah's hand. Alright. This episode of Tomodrama Island. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed your stay, and I will see you all on the next episode. IRL and me wise. Yeah. No, it's okay. I'll hold your hand at your wedding. Just to be like, it'll be like, it won't be like a handhold. It'll be like a, you know, when you like hold someone's hand to be like congratulations. Like that's the closest I'm ever gonna get to a handhold with it in real life. For if it's supposed to be hers, exactly. If I could just put this on my Switch, there we go. Alright, we're gonna work on Hannah's commission now. So, let me just switch the gears and everything. Get everything moved around and where it should be. Surely Neon has never held hands ARL. Dude, you guys want to hear a little story? I have actually a little story time relating to this, right? So, the first time Hearst ever came to visit, this was the first time we ever met. Keep that in mind, right? So, the first time Hearst and I had ever actually met in person. We went to the grocery store. We just went shopping. Like, our date was we walked down a strip mall, and, we went into a store and we're just wandering around and we bought some stuff, squishmallows and stuff, right? I'm not kidding you when I tell you that, guys, this is my first ever, like, actual relationship, right? When I was walking through the store, she grabbed my hand and, like, held it as we walked through the store. And I remember being so, like, oh, this is how relationships are supposed to be? Like, I would have thought she would have been embarrassed by having me walking next to her in the store, but she was just like, nope, let's go. And I was like, it was like such a monumental event for me because I'd never been through that before. And I was like, oh, she's not afraid to hold my hand in public. And I talked to her about it. Even still, like, I'll bring it up to her and she's like, dude, I don't even remember, like, doing that. That's such a, like, small deal for me. Like, I just hold hands with people that I love. Like, my partner. I don't know what, like, yeah. I don't know. This is not as big of a deal as you're making it out to be, really, to me, anyway. And I was like, okay. She's like, this is normal couple things. And I'm like, we're a normal couple? Let's just say that my introduction to romance was not that tame. Here we go, art. I don't know that I'd go that far. It was just like such a like. Okay, there's backstory to this, right, guys? This is a sadder tone that this is gonna take. The reason that it was so shocking to me was because the last time I went to a store with any of my friends, not the last time, but like the second to last time, so it was pretty close to the last time I ever went to a store with one of my friends. It was back when I was in high school. And when I was in high school, I was friends with the boys, right? Like all of my friends were guys. And one of my guy friends was having a not great time, and I was like, hey, you want to come with me? We'll go up to like the store and we'll just get some sweet stuff, and then we'll go home and that'll be it. We'll just go on a little like mini shopping trip or whatever. Because me, I like buying food and I like going shopping, right? And he was like, yeah, sure, like, just pick me up from work, right? So I picked him up and we drove up to go to the store, right? And I'm not kidding, guys. He was actively avoiding, like, walking beside me, being seen where I was at in the grocery store. And so afterward, I was like, what's your fucking deal? Like, like, what's the matter? Did you not want to come or what? And he's like, no, I just didn't want anybody to see me with you because I didn't want them to think we were dating. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't want people to think that we're dating and not, you know, actually ask me out or whatever. And I was like, okay. We were kind of supposed to like hang out and do things together. And he was like, no, I don't want to be seen with you in public. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. And I was like, okay. So after that, I only ever went on one more trip with a friend, and that was like before he moved away. And so since then, I feel like I'm a little weird about going shopping with my friends, especially like my partner. And so she like grabbed my hand and just walked through the store holding it. And I was like, oh, I see. It is okay for me to be seen with other people in the grocery store. It was really sad. It was a very sad day. Believe me, there's more to that story that I can tell another day that makes it even sadder. You know what? Fuck it. We'll give it more neon story time. So, in addition to this, right? I am, and I have always talked about this. I am on the heavier side. I'm a bigger lit gal. Not anywhere like, not even like super duper big. According to like my girlfriend, like it's not even as egregious as you would think it was. But I am on the bigger side, right? And so the reason that he didn't want people seen with me was because his dad could not bear the thought of him potentially ending up dating me. And so, like, whenever we hung out, like, if I went to his house or he came to my house, his dad would always pick him up super early, or I would have to go home super early because his dad didn't want to run the risk of him and I ending up dating each other because his dad felt that I was not attractive enough for him. And apparently, he passed that on to his son because I found out later, in addition to the whole, like, I don't want people to get the wrong idea, it was also because of that. Like, he was embarrassed to imagine that people would think that he and I were dating partially because of the way that I looked, and he did not want that to hurt his chances with other actually attractive women. That's so shitty. Yeah, after that, we never hung out. I told him like that's not cool, and we aren't friends anymore. And so we were no longer friends after that. I have not talked to him in literally over 10 years almost. Well, that's way sadder. Yeah, it's not great, but it's not something that's like, I mean, it's like whatever. Shit's happened. Thank you. Yeah. Actually, our phone can be so damaging. So yeah, the first time that Hurst ever actually held my hand when we were out shopping together, it like actually shocked me to my core. Because I was like, whoa, hey, wow, this is how people are supposed to hang out with people they love. But it's fine now. I have a loving partner that actually gives a shit about me and actively tells me that I am not nearly as like bad as I think I am looks wise. Because it's sad. I think that was like a big aspect of like where some of my body issues come from. I don't know. I've talked about this before on stream, or yeah, definitely on stream. I've talked about this before, where I have always really struggled with like food and stuff. I don't think I've ever gotten to like it's never been as severe as some people who end up like with severe eating disorders. But I do have a very like complicated relationship with food. And what sucks about it is it's not just what I eat. Like I have PCOS, which I've talked about also on stream before, which means that my weight is just very, very hard to control. It runs in my family. All of my family has this problem. So even when I eat a little bit healthier, like I don't lose a whole lot of weight. It's just the way that my body is built, and a lot of it is because of factors that are out of my control. And so my way of handling it when I was a kid is I used to like I would go to school without lunch and I would like not eat and like refuse food that was given to me because I was like I can't eat this. I have to watch. I have to make sure that I'm not like getting any bigger than I already am. So keep that in mind, guys, that I remember that I'm still like I still have a hard time remembering to eat at least once a day. Uh in addition to like all of that other bullshit, it makes it really difficult. Like that's why I always talk to you guys about like food and like as long as you're eating within moderation, it's okay. But it is something that I still struggle with on like a relatively regular basis. Like there are some days where I will straight up just not eat because I'm like I don't need it. I need to lose the weight, whatever. Like it's not healthy, but it is something that I have and do struggle with on a still a regularly and still a somewhat regular basis. And what sucks though is like people would look at me because like at the time that whole thing happened years ago, I PCOS was still not as well known as it was today, and there still wasn't a whole lot of information about it. And so at the time, that all happened, like, I didn't know that some of these issues that I had were not just the fact that it wasn't that's just how I am, is the bottom line. Like, I can eat healthier, sure, but like I'm never going to be like down to that like thin beauty standard. That's just not something that's gonna be in my genes, I don't think. And so it makes it really hard when people react that way and treat you that way, and they would look at me and say like, oh well, she obviously eats a lot of garbage, which obviously I don't eat as healthily as I should. But it sucks because people would look at that and say like, oh well, she's like really unhealthy, obviously she's doing this, she's doing that. But like the reality is that, especially like somebody like me, I don't eat enough food as it is, and I still look the way that I look. It's unfortunate. It is an unfortunate consequence of how my body is, and it's not a lot of people would understand that, but it is something that has certainly like it has impacted my body image a lot as I've gotten older, and I've like kind of come to terms with it, but habits are hard to break, and I still really struggle to like tell myself I do need to eat like 3 meals a day. I need to make room for snacks. I need to like make sure my body is getting the nutrients that it needs, but it's incredibly difficult to break those habits. It's just easier for me to like hyper focus on the thing I'm working on than it is to sit down and eat food. I laugh about it because it helps me deal with it, but it is a very serious issue, and it is something that like I think people need to take more seriously and take into consideration. Because you always have those like gym bros, and even like other women I have seen be like, "Oh, well, you're just a fat ass. You need to go to the gym. You need to do this, that, or the other." And it's just not. It's just not that simple for a lot of people, unfortunately. That's why I think as long as you're getting like the nutrients that you need and you're taking care of yourself and whatever, like your weight is not something that has to be your only indicator of your health. Excuse me. Because really, like, despite my weight, I'm a relatively healthy individual. Like, I especially like when I was working, like, all of my numbers were exactly where they needed to be. I was doing really, really well. But I was still, a heavier person. Like, it's just the way that it is. And I think more people need to be understanding of that. But that's my TED Talk. So that is the whole, like, this is why it affected me so much when Hearst held my hand. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We got some tragic neon backstory and mixed into this. It is really sad. But some people are just like that, I think that's why it's important that you give people space and understanding. And it sucks too, because then you have people who will like turn around and be like, well, obviously you're not working hard enough. For people who are heavier who show up at the gym, like, will get bullied because they're heavier people and then just not want to go. It's it's really hard. It's really hard to find that like balance and what works for you. I have found honestly that like you just need to find the thing that you enjoy that makes you active. And I know that's really hard, but like even like walking is not my favorite activity, but I found that I take a lot of joy in dancing. Like walking is fine, but personally my favorite way to work out is to do some dancing stuff. Like I think that there is a physical activity out there for everybody, but I think it's a matter of like you have to find it and find what you enjoy, you know what I mean? Because, like, never in a million years would I have thought that I enjoyed dancing, but I really, really do. And I only found that out because I'm a fucking nerd and I like to copy Vocaloid dances, but I really enjoy it. So I think you should just find whatever works for you. Like, eat in moderation and try to take care of yourself and exercise to some degree when you can, As long as it's something that you enjoy, I think it makes it 10 times easier, It's heartbreaking. You should be able to feel happy and confident. It is. It really is. It's sad, but not everybody has that mentality. And unfortunately, the example of the guy that I gave, he didn't come up with those beliefs overnight. Obviously, his father had those beliefs about me as well, and they kind of just trickled into him as he got older. And it's so crazy when you consider that, like, this person was somebody that I had been friends with since my, like, elementary school days, since I was really, really young, and still, when we graduated, that was his opinion of me, which is kind of wild to think about, Sadly, I must return to sleep so I can work tonight. Much love, Neon. Much love, Neon. Go get some rest. So it's just it's crazy that like some of it is nature versus nurture, but I think genuinely that was an example of like his father taught him that I was someone that you should not be seen with in public because I do not fit traditional beauty standards. It's really sad. And there's all these people on the internet who will always make comments about how you look and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's complicated. It's sad, and my relationship with food is complicated, and people and stuff, but I think that the bottom line is like if there is somebody out there that I think that there's somebody out there that will love you for you regardless, like even with me and hers. I talk to her all the time about like how bad I feel about my body image and stuff like that, and she's like, "Dude, stop it." Like I wouldn't I have seen parts of you that you have not seen. I think you're fine. But it happens, there are people like that out there, and as somebody who has suffered with like a lot of body image stuff, and like I said, I don't think I was ever like to the severe degree of like an eating disorder, but I have a very complicated relationship with food, and so I totally get it, like I think I totally get where it comes from, and I think it's important that we try to support each other in that, do what you got to do that makes you happy and makes you feel good, makes you feel healthy, because at the end of the day, like your weight is not going to be what determines whether you're healthy or not. It's your blood work, your all that stuff. And like I said, even though I was a little overweight, or even though I was overweight, like the stuff that all that stuff that hold on, I'm trying to grab my tablet. Ugh. There we go. My blood work and everything came back and said that I was doing really, really well when I was working. So it's just, you gotta find what works for you, But that's it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, I still don't have my pen or my glove. I found it. We're good. It's an interesting story. Thank you all for sitting. This is not supposed to be a pity me or anything like that. It's just you never know. You never know what people have gone through and what, why they do what they do and why they feel the way that they feel. So it's just important that I think we are understanding and meet people where they're at. I believe everybody has a reason for the way they do things or why they do things, but it takes a little bit of understanding to reach out to them and get it, All right, let's get some music. Mix Pokemon Lo-Fi. I do love me some Pokemon Lo-Fi. I would turn on Subnautica 2 soundtrack, but, I gotta try to avoid playing it. There we go. Perfect. And now we stretch. Thank you, Nero. Ooh. God, that feels good. Alright, back to working on Hannah. Hannah, if you have things you want to go do, I think you should be fine. I don't imagine we're gonna get any bots or weirdness coming out or coming around while I'm doing art stuff. So if you want to go do other things, I think you should be good to do so now. So this is just about everything except for her face, it looks like. Okie dokie, I'm just gonna work on my visual novel. Okie dokie, have fun! Be safe! Oops. Excuse me, pardon me. How's Tomodachi Life holding up for you? My life spent 60 of her own bones on it. It says it's boring now. In my opinion, okay, so I think Tomodachi Life, it can be boring, but oops, I dropped my pen. I think you have to have some degree of like, I don't know, I could see how it gets boring, but I think that what makes it good for me is that like I have to put some work into making it interesting again, as in like I treat it as like my own reality show. So like I like to make up shit that's happening that fits the narrative of what's happening in the game. But if you don't really want that and you kind of just want like the experience of your characters doing whatever they're gonna do, I definitely think that it can get boring very quickly, but I personally really enjoy it. I personally really enjoy like seeing how the relationships develop, and it gives me like new ideas for other characters and projects I'm writing and stuff like that. So if you're looking at like just straight up gameplay wise, then yeah, I can see it getting a little boring, but I genuinely think that more joy comes out of it if you like kind of bullshit as you go, I guess, for lack of a better term. know, but that's my own personal, like, opinion on it. I think that it is as interesting as you allow it. You must be hyperfixated to play, I swear. I think part of it is that everyone shared clips and it's all the same scenarios. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It does get a little bit repetitive, which was kind of like my issue with the very first Tomodachi Life, not very first, Tomodachi Life on 3DS, I think had a very similar issue where like after a while it just becomes too, it's just too samey. It's too much of the same thing. Although, I will say that it definitely helps that this version of Tomodachi Life does allow you to have relationships beyond just male and female me's, because, man, let me tell you, there would be not a whole lot of drama on my island if they had not added that feature. But I agree with you, it definitely probably comes from the fact most people post the same shit over and over again. It is definitely something, I will say this, that it has kind of like, I have kind of lost interest in it, I will say that much. I don't think that that makes it a bad game, I just think that it's just one of those games where it kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing in that sense. Like, I can only play Animal Crossing so long before I get bored. It reminds me of that. It's a little bit more in-depth of a relationship system than Animal Crossing, but not nearly as in-depth as something like The Sims, you know? Remember to say I was burned on Animal Crossing, got to Cake Ages, and no, absolutely, same for me. That's how, it's just how it was. I think that it's just one of those games, you know? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's just not as interesting after a while. You get to a certain point and you're like, alright. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I think it's just that the gameplay loop becomes bleh. But there are some people who still really tend to their Animal Crossing islands, so I think it's a preference thing. Kind of video games you like, you know? I mean, it's the same type of person, I think. Not the same type of person, but like the same mentality for like people who can do like mobile games for years on end. Like I can't do that. But some people can. So for some people, mobile games are like their entire... That's how they spend their free time, and that's totally fine. But I don't have the patience. I have a friend that was super into Animal Crossing before New Horizons, and he claims it watered down the gameplay. I just don't like it personally, but there's that. I have heard that too. I've also heard that the new Animal Crossing is like nicer. Like it's so much nicer than the OG Animal Crossing was, or like what Animal Crossing used to be. Which, I don't know. I believe it. Because I feel like that kind of happened with Tomodachi Life as well. There's very much a pivot in these cozy games that is more towards like, everybody needs to like each other and be nice, and I think that kind of needs to stop. Because that's just not realistic, and I want, like, obviously it's not realistic, but I don't know. I saw a clip from the first one where you saw the characters stop breathing my air at you. Yeah, exactly. They were just meaner, and it had more character. I don't know. Games are less fun when everybody and anybody is super nice to you or each other. In my opinion, like, I think that's different if that's like... I don't know, it's different if that's like the game is just you're raising things or whatever, but I think if you're supposed to have like life sim elements to it, I think you should have like some mean interactions. Because people in real life can be mean. If it's a life sim style game. But that's my personal opinion. I've seen the Anka video. She should not be nice. I don't know. The closest you get in Animal Crossing to mean is like the sassy or fucking pompous villagers or whatever. It's a personality type, not a reaction. Which honestly I think kind of took away from Animal Crossing for me. it's just like, oh, alright. If you have so many villagers that just act the same, it's just like, oh, well, alright. But I think that's kind of why I prefer Tomodachi anyway, because I think Tomodachi at least has, like, different interactions that aren't just, hi, bye. But that is my personal complaint. I don't know. I think video games in general in this era are kind of suffering a little bit. We'll see if GTA 6 is as good as it is hyped up to be. It would be my first ever GTA game if I ended up playing it. Games these days suck. They do. Well, it's because so many game studios now are just like, pump the fucking thing out. Don't actually, like, work on it. And there's so many games that ended up being good after their release because they came out of the studio, like, underbaked because the studio was like, fuck you, get it out. You know? It's just shitty. Like, overall, just no bueno. It won't be people are only excited for GTA Online 2. You think so? What is the actual draw to GTA? Like, I personally never understood it. I never wanted to play it. So, like, what was it about GTA that people really enjoyed that gives it so much, like, staying power in the video game world today? Because I myself never got into it, never bought into the craze. Nobody talks about the single player 5, you know, the game that came out 13 years ago. Yeah. That's been redone like 50 times at least, or re-released. Same with Skyrim though. Skyrim didn't make, Skyrim was not made by the same people who made GTA though, wasn't it? It wasn't Skyrim Bethesda? Not being able to play it when they were kids, the mission design is okay. You unlock everything, blow shit up for 20 minutes, then you get bored. Skyrim is Bethesda, and looking back on it, that game should not have been released 70,000 times. It's mid at best without mods. You know, I tried to play Skyrim. I actually tried to stream it once, and I just could not. I could not get into it. I don't know what it was. It just did not hold my attention. I didn't really care for the way that it played. I didn't care for the story it was telling. Like, I just could not be bothered. I don't know. But I'm also that player that, like, if I have an open world game, I want you to put a bunch of shit in the open world. And from what I understand, that is not how Skyrim is. Skyrim is mostly just, like, ambience, like, looking at stuff. Excuse me, sorry. I don't know. I like open world games because I like to wander around and find shit. That is my biggest draw for open world games, is like, can I wander and find cool shit? Otherwise, I don't think the game necessarily needs to be open world. If you're not gonna put anything in the world, then like, why? It's just story, yeah. Pretty much. But I also know that Skyrim holds a very, like, important position in a lot of people's hearts, so some people really love that game. I mean, it's no different from any other game that people grew up with in their childhood, you know? Some people grew up with it and really loved it, and other people did not and could not care less. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Oops. Oh, fuck me. I think nostalgia should only affect like 50% of how you feel about a game. People still treat Ocarina of Time like it's God's gift to man and it's fun, but don't get me wrong, there's so many better games. I think it depends too on like personal taste, because there are definitely games that, excuse me, that are better when you look at it through the nostalgia goggles. Like when I was younger, I used to really love playing like the OG like Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES. And now I'm just kind of like, it's whatever, you know? Like, it was definitely, like, a big piece of my childhood, I won't deny that, but it's definitely not, like, something I would not sit down and play that game beyond nostalgia. You know what I mean? I think that's fine if that's why you play a game, but, like, I don't know. I think I agree in, like, the sense that there are just much better games out there, you know? But I think that some games have more of an impact on certain people than others do. Like, personally, I still feel like Subnautica was one of the best games of all time, but I know that there are some people out there who don't care for it, you know? Super Mario Breeze still slaps, thank you very much. It feels wonderfully. See? Case in point. Not everybody gives a shit about Mario Brothers enough to say it's good enough to play again. It's like your old TV shows when you're a kid. You watch them when you're a kid and you're like, yeah, this shit's awesome, and then you watch them as an adult and you're like, oh, I see. I never beat it though. Me neither. Me neither. Could not. I don't know that I like this eye shape with the bold, like, eyeliner like I'm doing. It's hard because I made this eye so big that it makes it hard for me to tell what I want to do with the eyes. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Maybe I can just kind of, like, lighten it up. I might do that. I'm gonna sit here and lie to you and say Super Mario World plays worse. No. Super Mario World plays worse. No. Gamers, man. Crazy. I don't know, man. You know, I'm actually kicking myself, because way back when I was working at GameStop, they had that fucking thing on clearance, the 3D Super Heroes, or whatever, the like, had Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 64, and like another Mario game on it. And I remember it was only like 30 or some bucks or whatever, and I was like, I don't know if I want this or not. And now you can't fucking find it unless you spend like $100. I really wish I'd have gotten it. I should have listened. Oops. I should have listened. Or should have done it. Should have gone with my gut. But you live and you learn. That's what life's all about, isn't it? Making mistakes. It's a little better. And they turn on a sell the Galaxy 1 and 2 for $70. Yep, exactly. Honestly, if you weren't out there for the Wii era of Nintendo, I think you kind of just, like, missed out. Because I don't know that, like... I don't know that anything they could do would really bring that back. Unless they, like, did a new Wii, but, like, the Wii U was a failure. Honestly, the early 2000s era of Nintendo's gaming was the golden era, and I will not be taking questions. That is I will die on that hill. The Nintendo DS and the Nintendo Wii era of gaming for Nintendo was their best era, in my opinion. It was because it was so innovative. Back when the Pokemon Team Care, honestly, yeah, it was because it was so much more innovative and they actually used the features that the Switch gave you, or the console gave you, and they gave you like really cool spin-off games and just, it was just really cool. Like, I don't know, there were just so many better games back when, in that era of gaming, and so many like unique games that you just could not, I feel like you can't recapture that feeling anymore. Like, it's just not possible with the equipment that they have now. Because like the Wii was really cool, and I don't know, like I like the Switch. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, it's absolute garbage, because I don't think it is. But there's definitely there's just definitely something different about like using a Joy-Con versus using a Wiimote. Like you can't change my mind. It's just not as good in my opinion. It's just not as good. It's just not. You can't change my mind. I have GTA 5 for the 360. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, it also seemed like people were more willing to try shit. You know what I mean? Like, people were more willing to like do different things and bet on different games and new games and everything. And now it's just like, I don't know, Ian, sounds like you grew up and are jaded. I'm sure kids today love the Switch. If I played Mario Odyssey at 10, I'd be a better man. You think so? Maybe. Maybe I am just jaded. Maybe you're right. I'm sure that the kids that are growing up the Switch will be saying the same thing fucking 10, 20 years down the line. Like, the Switch was the golden era of gaming. I don't know. But I genuinely think that at least, like, that era of Nintendo was their most experimental and innovative. I can play Fortnite on... Oh, fucking Fortnite is like the McDonald's of video games. Like the fast food of video games. That's what I see it as. It's like, it's not great, but it's like easy and quick, and it'll keep your kids entertained. Just as money hungry too, exactly. It serves its purpose. I don't know. Fortnite is just such a fucking, like, ugh. Fortnite is just that, like, people just are super into Fortnite, and I just never understood it. Like, I played Apex, and that's, like, close, I guess. It is the same genre. But, like, even Apex, I couldn't, like... It's another game that I played for an extended period of time, and it just dropped because I just lost interest in it after a while. Like, it just doesn't have... I don't know. I think Fortnite is the same. Any game like that after a while is just so easy to drop, in my opinion. But I am also that person. I can't stick with a game for very long. So, there are very, very few games that I will come back and play constantly. Because that used to be Pokemon for me too, but I just don't have I can't do it anymore. And put 40 hours a week into our game. No battle pass rewards for you. Feel left out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think a lot of live service games now, not all of them, because there are a handful that I feel do a battle pass relatively well. But I feel like a lot of online games now are very, like, predatory. I mean, they're designed to be, right? They're designed to squeeze as much fucking money from you or your kids as possible. Like, yeah, that makes sense. But it's just like, I don't know, I miss when games were made to be fun and not make money, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, asking for money for your game if you actually make a good game, but I don't know. I just think I think they ruined it. Games used to be made for fun, and they're not anymore. Now they're just made to make a profit. And looking at the outcome, Destiny 2 is done now, no more content. All those $100 in expansions are worth nothing now, especially since they removed previously purchased content. Yeah, no, exactly. So, fun fact, my girlfriend used to be a huge Destiny fan. She played Destiny 1, and then she started Destiny 2, and she was upset when they decided that the content that they paid for was going to be free, and then even more upset when they decided to just vault it altogether. Like, all of that money that she spent and gave them just meant nothing now, and she actively is like, well, I'm not gonna touch another Destiny game because of that. Because it was so, like, it's such a shitty thing to pull. If Bungie survives, yeah. Well, because what? Because Destiny was like their big money maker, wasn't it? Marathon is doing so well, and Sony loves to kill studios, yeah. That's why I mainly emulate doing retro achievements for Rhythm Haven Feather, and it forced me to perfect everything. It was so hard, but I screamed so loud when I got the final song like an hour ago. I'm sure! That's a lot of hard work to put into that. But again, back when games had actual love and care put into them and weren't just money makers, you know. Excuse me. Right or not. Into your bust, like that one Pokemon Light game I sent you, better art style than Diamond and Pearl remake. Oh, yeah, ages. It's just like, so many companies have just turned to slop now. Like, just like, get it out of there, get it out so we can make our money off of it and start with the next fucking project, you know? That's all it is anymore, I think. Back when game devs actually cared. I'm gonna make game it up delayed for if it means it beats big. Yeah, yeah. I have ideas for a game that I would like to start making, but I have to work on so many other projects right now that is majorly taking a backseat. we'll leave that there for now and we'll just fix it later. You don't actually want to make a game, you pretend you're under feed updates and live off of Patreon forever like Yandere Dev. Oh yeah! I don't know that I ever actually understood what happened with Yandere Dev. Should we go on a side quest? And one of those remakes besides AI, yeah. Should we go on a side quest about Yandere Dev? Because I don't know that I actually know the drama behind Yandere Dev. What do you guys think? Side quest? I don't know anything recent, but he's just a black guy, is he? Side quest. Alright, let me finish this eyeball. We'll go on a quick side quest. So I'm genuinely curious. Because I've heard his name uttered a couple of times throughout the years, and I've heard, like, negative things, but I don't actually know what happened or, like, what the details are. Side quest? Quest! I tell you what, you guys are, like, just as ADHD as I am sometimes, I swear. I know someone made a version of Yandere Simulator that was a feature parody. Then his, like, in like 2 months he threatened to kill himself privately to that dev. No fucking shit. Hold on. Well, let me finish this eye and we'll go on our deep dive. Yeah, now you've got my attention. Trying to be messed up. Lie likes minors. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Wait, there's more. Hold on. We gotta. Hold on. We'll go into all this in a moment. I am finishing this as quickly as I can. Okay. Alright, let's go on our side quest. Okay. Yeah, Alex. Hold on, let me save this so I can put my tablet down. Yandere dev thing, I said, let's go. Okay, alright, let's see here. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Yandere dev drama. What did the infamous Yandere dev do? Alright, here. Reddit. I love Reddit. Zelda drama. This was 6 years ago this was posted, so this cannot be up to date. His slow developing Yandev has been working on Yandere Sim for 6+ years and the game isn't even halfway done. He spends most of his time streaming games while he claims he spends most of his time coding. Not to mention his code is made very sloppy. We don't think developers should not get breaks, but at least dedicate a bit more time to the game. Yandev has been accused multiple times of being a pedophile. There are multiple situations where he behaves inappropriate towards minors and tries to defend pedophilia. An example of one of these situations is when Yandev dated a 14-year-old girl and he was 21. Ew! He was 21 and his excuse was because he didn't date back then, since he was homeschooled. He asked her for her nudes and exploited her, even though this has nothing to do with the game. It still reflects on him as a person. You can't tell the difference between hate and criticism. Yondev has received critique from many people, however he perceives it as hate and reacts quite badly. Hold on. Let's find our YouTube playing our music. Alright, let's go to YouTube and find a video on this. Yandere Dev Drama. Yandere Dev, the incel that fuck me, 2-hour long video? Holy shit. How much controversy has this man gotten into? Basically wrote the game for him. He stopped working with them after one game build because he couldn't read their code anymore and undid everything. Oh, what a fucker. 10 years of failure. This was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, a month ago. Oh my god, it's Charles! Hold on, we gotta watch Charles.
Alright, fine. You just keep twisting my arm. You got me in a full Nelson here, demanding that I speak about this situation. So you know what? I'll do it. Yandere Dev. A very infamous name on the internet. He is responsible for the game Yandere Simulator that might ring some bells or pour some salt into an old wound if you've been around the YouTube Let's Play scene for a while. This is a game that blew up online because some of the biggest channels on the platform played it. In a nutshell, the game is basically Naughty Bear, but set in a Japanese high school. You just assassinate a bunch of high school girls, and it promised unlimited features. This game was basically going to be Life 2. Yandere Dev's ambition was unlike anything in the world. He was like a black hole just constantly trying to absorb everything and put it into his game. So it never actually fully came out. It has only ever existed in like testing states, you know. It's still in a primitive state, not fully released.
Wait, did not know? I didn't know. Apparently there's more to this than I knew. I just heard he was a bad person, but I didn't know, like, I didn't know about everything he did. I just heard he sucked. I don't know what actually happened.
In there that are extremely degenerate. Like, I remember there was a big controversy about like the upskirt panty shots you can do in the game. It's just a very odd experience, and the developer behind it is even more odd, Yandere Dev. Over the course of 8 years, he did more damage to his reputation than Activision Blizzard. His online presence became a joke to a lot of people and achieved the status of a lolcow. I'm not here to just like go down memory lane with every controversy and everything that's happened along the journey, but it's
Charles,
important to set
that's why
the
I'm
stage here for what's currently going on with Yandere Dev. So over the course of 8 years, everyone has paid attention to every single minute that this guy has broadcast his life online, as well as the way he conducts himself with his fans.
Charlie, explain it to us. Yeah, explain it to us.
Less than savory things being revealed. And this past week
Hi, Turfy.
has been the worst week for him, when a lot of screenshots came out from Snapchat conversations, as well as some other very serious allegations levied against him, all hit the public eye. So this one here has been making the rounds. You're the one traumatizing me. That's allegedly Yandere Dev, cosplay fan. And they say, I'm sorry. And then he goes, this here is trauma. This is abuse. This is power imbalance. I am being emotionally abused by you. To which they respond, I'm 16. And then he goes, you have this massive blackmail over me. You're 35.
This dude was 35 when he was dating a 16-year-old? Is that... I mean, I know the thing that we saw was like 6 years old, but they said it was 4... So apparently this guy has a history of doing this shit?
5. And when I first saw this, it gave me a hearty belly laugh like Santa Claus. What an unbelievably creepy, concerning exchange. Now, he has made a response to all of this, saying, you know, it's unwise choices he's been making as a result.
Hold on, wait. I have been exhibiting horribly self-destructive behavior on a regular basis for a long time now. As a result, many of the conversations I've had over the past few days, I think you can pinpoint the cause. My downward spiral is the result of consistently making incredibly unwise lifestyle choices. I know, like, you know, I'm sure there's more to this than what I just read, but I'm not gonna lie that my immediate first thought upon reading that was, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Dating children is a very unwise choice. You think so? You think this all led up to because of unwise choices? Anyway, sorry. My downward spiral is the result, incredibly unwise lifestyle choices that have caused my mental health to deteriorate massively over time. Okay, cool. It didn't hit me until recently. Scratch that out and say until I got caught. Just how bad things had gotten. Haven't left the house since July 2019. No real life acquaintances. Can this not go away? Oh my god. All right. 16 hours on the computer every day, no vacations, and a half decade prioritizing work above physical health. It shouldn't be any surprise whatsoever that when you allow both your body and mind to completely waste away, you dissolve into a mistake machine, a person that is capable of nothing but bad decisions, who exists solely to cause problems for others. That's fucking wild. That is unwild. That is unreal that his excuse for being a shitty human being is, well, I never go outside and I've been glued to the computer for forever and, you just make bad choices when you live that kind of lifestyle. Like, it is somehow, I feel like it is physically impossible to manage to block yourself away from the sun for that long. How do you not leave the house? When did this come out? This was 2 years ago. So 2019, this guy hadn't seen the sun in what, 6 years about? How do you not even go outside, like, to go grocery shop? Like, you just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. As a fellow hermit, I sometimes go outside because I like the sun.
Of deteriorating mental health over the years.
16 plus hours on my computer every day, no vacations. So 16 plus hours on the computer, which according to what we've heard is he is streaming video games anyway. And no vacations in half a decade. All right, hold on. We'll just...
And he is owning up to him being responsible for these things. Like, he's not trying to say it's deep faked. This is all, a deep state operation to frame him because big AAA titles are afraid of Yandere Simulator being released. He's not going with any of those angles. He's not, trying to make it sound like all of this is, a lie. He is owning up to it, but it's not like that makes it any better. This is still some predatory, disgusting behavior that rightfully got him a lot of shit tossed his way for all of it. There was a lot more that came out of
actually,
it,
he was trying to
but I
make
just
Baldur's
wanted
Gate
to highlight
6,
that
yeah.
one off rip just because of how
4.
ridiculous it
My
is.
bad.
But anyway, I have actually talked about this on stream a little bit, and most recently
I have stuff to do in the morning, so I'm dead and now changeling 0. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Yellow.
on the podcast. And I want to take this opportunity to just let everyone here know that the official podcast will no longer be posted to my channel here. We're making its own separate channel. We have already made its own separate channel called the official channel, where the podcast will go up, as well as shorter content with the crew, as well as new shows like a cryptid hunting show that Jackson and I are doing with Windigoon, as well as a show that Jackson and Kaya do together with To Catch
Charlie,
a Predator.
I appreciate
Just a
you
lot
and
of
your brand,
different
but I
types
don't
of
care about your
content will be
podcast
going
right
on
now.
there, so it just made sense to spin it off from here to its own channel. So if you're a fan of the official podcast, it's going to be posted there from now on, as well as still audio platforms. I want to show you some of the clips from our conversation about Yandere Dev with this specific situation, the most recent one. But during the actual episode,
Monster
we
Block
talked
is
far
calling.
more in depth on his entire history with the development, as well as past controversies too. I don't know how many of you followed along with Yandere Dev development, but man, was it a fucking train wreck. Just a complete disaster. Before playing that though, I do want to set the record straight on something that I said during the episode. I mentioned one of the screenshots that leaked was this Discord DM here. This was making its rounds all over the internet during the dam breaking of all of the creepy...
Ew. Ew. Happy 12th birthday. That's a big age for a young woman. Has your period started yet? Just creepy behavior. Creepy behavior.
Messages and exchanges Yandere Dev had with fans, and inappropriate dialogue that he had with his underage fans. So this one says, Yandere Dev, happy 12th birthday, to which the person says, thank you. That's a big age for a young woman. Has your period started yet? I don't know if I feel comfortable answering that. It's fine, I'll keep it a secret. After sending that last message, that's when the tear gas busts through the window and the FBI's rappelling down into the house to apprehend the suspect. That is some scary, deplorable shit here. But after looking into it a bit deeper over the last couple days, this one might actually just be an impersonator who threw this into the mix to muddy the water and try and, like, capitalize off like the
That
viral
came in
nature of the
back.
story. This screenshot is still being debated on whether it's real or not, and from all the evidence presented, I'm leaning towards this being an impersonator. I don't think this is actual Yandere Dev that had this exchange here. This seems like someone that was just trying to continue to pile more and more things on there, even though this one wasn't actually them.
What's wrong, Andrew?
Yeah, my world's crumbling around me, Jackson. You know.
What?
Andrew
Why?
said because Yandere Dev got caught
I can't get Papa Meets Discord mod video in my head, I blame.
being a creep.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. Thank you, Kaya.
That was his hero, yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So he got caught talking inappropriately with underaged fans.
The classic.
Yeah.
The gold standard for weird internet people.
It's always who you least suspect as well.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Have you seen Yandere Dev?
He was
I
just
don't
being
know.
sarcastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. I didn't pick up on it.
He had a bunch of his DMs from Snapchat and Discord and everything hit the public ecosystem. He then made a blog post confirming that they're him. He even said something like, "This isn't like me, but I'm going to take responsibility."
Oh
Yeah,
god. Okay, hold on. Let me see if we can find a better for a video. You know what? This is an hour long. We won't be able to watch the whole thing, but
In 2014, an indie game developer promised the internet a very violent stealth anime game. The main character, Ayano Aishi, was tasked with her classmates inside a Japanese high school, all in order to win the affection of her beloved senpai. The idea was extremely strange and undeniably violent, but for some reason, people loved it. The concept quickly captured the internet's attention, and fans began eagerly waiting for the game to finally release. But there was just one problem. Over the years, the discussion around Yandere Simulator slowly stopped being about the game itself.
we can't say words in the English language because my ad revenue.
Instead, it started becoming about the man behind it.
That's Yandere Dev.
I, Eva X, humbly submit a toast to Nicholas Alexander.
This is Alexander Mahan, the developer of the
Okay, make
game,
him a
known
suggested
online as
sure,
Yandere
Rose.
Dev, who was later accused of inappropriate interactions with a fan. As these allegations spread, people began digging deeper into his online history. Users uncovered a disturbing backlog of old accounts across various internet forums, where Yandere Dev had openly shared some deeply troubling views and fantasies.
Uh-oh.
From writing about violent thoughts toward his own parents and making
Uh-oh.
disturbing comments about minors to expressing fantasies about people he disliked while defending predatory behavior. And if you think the failure of Yandere Simulator is the biggest part of this story, trust us, that's only scratching the surface. Because the story of Yandere Dev goes much deeper than
Alright, hold on. If there's a button that once pressed would initially kill all mean people, then 100% but just about any nice person would press that button and make the world a much better place. Make the world a utopia. Yandere Dev is so dumb. Yeah, that's because you're stupid. Nice people are nice people because they're against killing or usually even inconveniencing people. What would Jesus do? I think we can all agree that Jesus was a nice person. You think for 1 second that Jesus would want to kill all the mean people? Who is this post from? Is this fucking Yandere Dev? I learned who Jesus was. He preached turning the other cheek and loving thy neighbor even when they've done nothing to deserve it. He says to love your enemies. Forgive them, Father, for they not know what they do. Thus directly proving wrong your 100% certainty that any nice person would commit the most massive genocide ever. If you want someone to push the button, you're going to need an asshole who doesn't weep for the dead. Now I just want you to appreciate my restraint on the ad hominem attacks. I don't want you to disregard my logic because I'm mean or vulgar. Kalimara has videos on him that I think are pretty good, and we got pretty colors. They have to be better than... I mean, obviously, this is, like, not meant to be watched on stream, but, like... Kalimara Yandere Simulator. Oh my god, this is a whole thing? Oh, a fan's rant. Interesting. Yandere Dev can't come back from this. Linga will decide. Okay, so this is somebody who I assume was a huge, huge fan of it. 6 months ago.
Well, I did say I would make another video if there were any updates to the Yandere Dev debacle, but I didn't think I'd be making another video so soon. Because boy, have there been updates. Hello everyone, this is Calimara here, and no, it's not calamari. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to the pond, go ahead and take a dive. You might like it here. To start things off, knowing my audience and the people who find my videos, most of you are probably watching me as background noise while you're drawing, so if you are an artist watching this video and you're looking for a better way to make money off of art commissions,
I'm very sorry.
If you haven't seen my previous video on the situation, I highly recommend you check it out for more context and my breakdown of the events that transpired. To summarize, Alexander Mahan, aka Yandere Dev, who in this video I will refer to interchangeably as Alexander or Alex simply because it annoys him. And Alex here was recently irrefutably proven to have been grooming and exploiting his underage fan by soliciting CP from them and leading them to believe that they were in a relationship. And on top of all that, when it all became public, he not only coerced the fan to make a public statement to defend him, but he even had the audacity to ask the underage fan who he used and exploited to say, the voice calls were just a friend using an Alexander Mahan AI voice changer, and all the evidence
is... a lot of rewriting design work for Yandere Sim because they enjoyed it right along with someone who had done volunteering for Yandere Sim. I see.
Fake. Just goes to show the lengths he's willing to go to protect his own image while somehow, miraculously, being unable to see the error of his ways and continually blaming it on things beyond his control, when it was very much 100% in his control. Knowing Alexander Mahan and his worm-like tendencies, he is going to squirm his way out of accountability and repercussions if we don't keep holding his feet to the fire. He'll just leave for a few months, maybe a year, and then he'll come back and act like everything has been addressed and fixed, so you shouldn't ever bring it up again because it was just a little oopsie. It happened so long ago. And he just wants to move on with his life when he...
Like, is this a thing with this guy where, like, some shit comes up and then he waits and disappears for a while and then comes back and fucking pulls more bullshit and acts like it's all fine? Is this a recurring theme with Yandere Dev? Yes. Has been for years. Has been for years. How much... Okay, hold on. We're
literally
gonna get into
did nothing to fix or address the actual issues people have against him. That's why we need to keep holding him accountable until he no longer has a platform to hurt people with. Because I genuinely believe he's too set in his ways and worldviews to ever change, and his latest WordPress is proof of this, which ironically dropped the same day my video did. But first things first, I'd like to start with some updates. Since publishing my first video, Alexander's victim, who we refer to as Jane, has retracted their statement against Ali McSee's video that first brought these allegations to the public and lifted the copyright strike. They have officially confirmed that the statement was made due to fear and coercion from Alex, as you can see in this TikTok by Decepticami, who is in direct contact with Jane. So we have confirmation that the statement does not reflect their true feelings or perspective on the matter.
Yandere Dev's victim has finally spoken out. She has given me full permission to amplify her message. First and foremost, she wants everyone to know that she has been secretly supportive of everything that Ali, Bug, and I have been doing in public. She felt the need to hide this support because she felt threatened by Alex. Behind the scenes, not only was Alex having Jane help him field questions and write apologies for him, but he was also getting her to retract statements with threats of legal action so that he could dodge accountability for what he had done. But the good news is that Jane has cut ties officially with Alex. We want to thank everybody for their concern and filing police reports on Jane's behalf. However, Bug, Ali, and I do have it handled behind the scenes, so there's no need for anybody else to be making these reports. They're just starting to clog up the report system. But the most important thing is that Jane is currently safe. The only reason she made those statements against Ali was because of fear. But now we just need help amplifying her message so that as many people as possible can hear it.
Gross! So this fucking scum, this piece of absolute garbage, I'm not a mean enough person to come up with the words that describe this not human being. So this fucking son of a bitch was threatening these children to not come out with what he was doing, this redacted, because he was getting caught. Like, it's just because he got caught, right? Like, all this boils down to the only reason he's fucking doing any of this bullshit is because he got caught.
Thankfully, Jane is now safe and has cut ties with Alexander, and I am incredibly relieved that they won't be abused by Alex again. Jane has actually also commented on my video saying that they appreciated me, and I'm so happy that they did end up seeing that video. Jane, if you're also watching this right now, I hope that you are well and receiving the support you need to heal from this. I also hope that the educational material I included in that video helped you and other potential victims to be able to better identify grooming attempts in the future, or maybe even steer clear of it entirely. Though, I do find it incredibly sad that we live in a world where we even need to educate and warn young kids about these things in the first place.
It is sad.
Another thing I'd like to mention is that Cameron F305, the person who I brought up in my previous video as being Alexander's most loyal supporter, who I said would probably continue to support him forever, has just messaged and commented on my video to say that as of the 27th of September, they wrote December in the comment, but I'm pretty sure it's just a typo. They have suspended their work on Yandere Simulator and will not be returning to the project unless Alexander is no longer on the project. The reason I felt this warranted mentioning was because Cameron, like Michaela Laws, is a very big component of Yandere Simulator. Not only had he composed most of the original scores of the project, he has also been acting as Alex's voluntary PR person. He was a huge player in redeeming Alexander's image in the love letter catastrophe with Dr. Apis, and I genuinely believe that if it hadn't been for...
Can somebody give me the spark notes on this love letter bullshit? There's more to this than just this game? Is there more than just Yandere Simulator? He didn't even finish the first game and he was making a remake. He didn't even finish it and he was making a new one? Was he still making money off of Yandere Simulator? The first one? Was he still collecting when this new one went live, supposedly? Oh, the other guy was doing it. Okay, so Yandere Dev wasn't making it. Okay, that makes me feel better. I was gonna say, this motherfucker.
Cameron, Alexander would not have the supporters he does up until now. So to have him walk away now, I think is another large blow that Alex can never recover from. Because it's unlikely that he'll ever be able to find anyone else to replace Cameron or protect him to the degree that Cameron does.
Got mad.
See, I've been in contact with Cameron ever since my first Yandere Simulator criticism videos started getting traction. Every time I would upload a video being critical of Alexander or his game, he would message me to do damage control for Alexander, where he would openly disagree with and not condone the things Alexander has said and done, or the things that I personally had issues with, but still associate with and perceive Alex positively. And he has done this with literally everyone with a decent following who has made videos about Alexander. I've even mentioned this outright in several of my Yandere Simulator redesign and rewrite videos. Now, I do need to mention that whenever he did this, he had always been nothing but civil and polite and kind and understanding, if not heavily biased towards Alexander and being far too forgiving at best and frustratingly pedantic at worst. Because at some point, you have to wonder if you really mean or even understand what you're saying when you disagree with someone and don't condone their actions, yet you still continue to support them, continue to be their friend, and continue to protect them. Do you truly feel that way if what Alex did and said seemingly changed nothing between you two at all in the past? Sure, perhaps the worst of the allegations can't be irrefutably proven, but he still did and said some pretty nasty shit on 4K. Because as I've mentioned before, this isn't Cameron's first rodeo with Alexander's controversies. He had been involved for the past 4 years.
Maybe this is a silly question, but like, why even, like, do damage control? Like, obviously he was the voluntary PR person, but, like, this person is making a video criticizing Yandere Dev. Like, why are you going out of your way to privately DM the person that's making a critical video? Is it just because you're just like, it was a source of his income? You think? Well, I don't know, because like it's not even like it does anything publicly. Like if he just pops into the DMs and is like, well, this is, you know, you can't be critical, or like don't be too critical or whatever, like that was his job, to go into people's DMs. Like, he's not doing any work on the surface, though. Like, how is that affecting? I guess you could look at it as a roundabout way of, like, by changing this person who's making critical videos on him's mind, then he's getting, like, he's improving Yandere Dev's reputation. But, like, I changed their minds and making a better video. But I guess... I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't understand. If you know that they're doing the shit and you are not condoning it, why do you think that's gonna fix the well, whatever. We'll wait.
And from years of speaking with Cameron directly, he has always told me that all of his opinions are a result of his own research into the truth, and that he would not be working with Alexander if any of the previous allegations are true. He claims that Alex just sucks at communicating. He has no idea how to maintain a public image, but apparently can function like...
Yeah, you know how to maintain a public image? Don't be a pedo. I feel like it's not that hard. That's how you maintain your image. Listen, being a PR person for a pedophile is probably one of the worst possible jobs you could ever be handed in life. I would rather not. I would really rather not. You can be a better PR guy. Like, you can handle your own PR by not being a fucking asshole.
Like a normal human being with the people he works with, and that's why they stay.
So
he can be a good person. He's not perfect, and he messes up a lot, but he's not a bad guy. And to me personally, this just reminded me of Jane's statement when defending Alexander, of how victims will protect their abuser. While you would be completely justified in criticizing Cameron for needing something so extreme to finally drop the creep, I think it's also important to remember that Cameron was also underage when he first met and started working with Alexander, who 4 years ago already had a large platform on YouTube. Though Cameron has never publicly disclosed his age, he did tell me that he graduates college next year in 2024, and he has been working for Alex for the last 4 years. Well, I'm not saying at all that Alexander has done to Cameron what he did to Jane. I do personally believe that grooming had also occurred. Because why would Alexander hire a minor with little to no experience to work on his project over an adult who did have experience? Why pick someone with so little professional and life experience, if not because you want to have someone who will not question your authority?
Okay, when did this start? When did this video come out? 2 years ago? I made the copyright strike of the Reddit post. Cameron did that for me after Alex told me to retract my statements. Ew. It's been a thing for almost a decade, if not more. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Authority and won't judge you for the things you do and say. Someone innocent, naive, uncomplicated, unsophisticated, trusting, malleable. You're free to disagree with me, of course, but from my perspective, what's going on between Cameron and Alexander feels like a dead ringer to the situation between Adam McIntyre and Colleen Ballinger. Cameron has openly and publicly shared that Alexander would often confide in him, would speak to him about very personal matters. He would turn to him whenever he was in trouble, and he relied heavily on Cameron to do most, if not all, of his PR work. By doing this, Cameron was given a job, just like Adam was promised, that he was paid handsomely for. He got an early jumpstart to his music career, an audience of his own, and even a good scholarship in
And That's fucking gross. This poor man. Now, I guess he's a man. But, like, that's so shitty. Like, this poor kid has no idea what they're getting into, and you're setting them up with, I mean, really, like, yeah, a good point. Like, getting your scholarships, getting people, having an audience for your music if that's what you want to do. Like, that's a really good setup. But the cost of, like, I don't know, that's really fucking shitty. That's really shitty. This guy sounds fucking terrible, and this is, from what I understand, only one controversy. Like, this is one of decades worth of bullshit. He's a fucking asshole. Like, literally, I cannot come up with a word that describes what kind of a terrible, shitty person he is. They're a pirate software. What did pirate software do? I heard that he was an asshole too, but I live under a rock, okay? I don't know what's going on in other people's lives. Man. What a terrible person. Has any accountability and blames others for everything all the time. Press get me as well. Yes, they got a jump start. It's tied to someone so horrible, and that's not something you'd be. Yeah, exactly. Like, you got your jump start, but you're, the price is too much. Pirate software list is long. Is it as long as Yandere devs? Okay, so we have this video that's like breaking this down, right? Is there a list of Yandere dev controversies? And oh god, this is a whole know your meme thing. All right. The infamous developer Yandere Doom, why is he so controversial? Well, we have a general idea, but Yandere Simulator would become a highly anticipated video game among many online, which offered players the chance to control a Japanese high school student named Ayano Aishi, who must eliminate her other students who compete for her love interest. Jumping forward several years to the present day, a recent video emerged on TikTok this Monday showing a person who alleged they were groomed by the Yandere Simulator developer, known as Yandev, or by his real name Alexander. So what happened to Yandev's so what exactly happened to Yandev is he's recently come back into the spotlight online. As expected, the grooming allegations that broke earlier this week have subsequently resulted in considerable backlash. Maybe it's because of the stuff he does, yeah. What did Yandev do? Allegations revolving... This one looks like it's no longer around. These videos are private! Allegations revolving around Yandev being called creepy or otherwise weird have been going on for over a decade, with each new controversy, including the Discord ban speedruns back in 2018, incidentally helping to promote his name in the game. On August 1st, 2023, YouTuber Pixels After Dark uploaded a concise history of the previous and recent drama involving Yandere Dev, titled How Yandere Dev Profited Off His Predator Allegations, which slowly garnered views as he brought attention to his contentious history. Wait a minute. Pixels After Dark? Why is this privated? Hello? This rabbit hole goes so deep. Pixels After Dark. Interesting. So why are these hidden? Pixels After Dark. Yandere Dev. Huh. Interesting that this person has since removed the video. I wonder why that is. Pixels After Dark, here we go. Serious game controlled by Twitch. That's not it. Huh. Alright. Interesting. The grooming allegations mentioned in Pixel's video, however, were different from what would later come out. On September 25th, 2023, a video began to float around online of minor alleging details of Yandere Dev's inappropriate interactions. The video was later re-uploaded to YouTube by the channel Stimpson J Cat, with credit being given to the YouTuber and streamer LMC. This too was also removed. Currently, the YouTube channel OSAO has an unlisted upload of the content. Why are so many of these now unlisted? A few hours after the video became a trending topic on social media this past Monday, the game developer took to his blog to apologize and own up to his quote-unquote mistakes. In the letter, Yandere Dev admitted to making a huge mistake but claimed that the jokes made between him and the minor things that he would make with any other friend. Okay. I'm sorry. Back in 2023, I probably heard some really concerning stuff over the last few days. You might have seen a video that has left you feeling worried, disappointed, and wondering what I have to say for myself. Can I just say that that intro paragraph already pisses me off? Just the tone of it is very... It pisses me off a little bit. I see you've all gathered here. You must be wondering what I have to say for myself. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. He shrugged off like, yeah, honestly. There's a part of me that wants to say, no, you don't understand. The video was edited in an extremely dishonest and mixed meaning blah, 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 but no, I'm not going to focus on that. Like, bro, we don't care. Exactly. There's a part of me that wants to do what I usually do and type out a massive essay where I over-explain, provide context but to absolutely everything, go point by point down the list of every possible fact that could make the situation easier to understand. But no, I'm not doing that. This isn't a blog post about how, actually, you see, I didn't really do anything all that bad if you consider all the facts. I'm just going to take accountability and own up to a really, really huge fucking mistake that I've made. This fucking dude sounds like, you know, I'm not gonna be as shitty of a person as I have in the past. I'm not gonna say all these shitty things that a worse person would say. I'm just gonna own up and admit that I fucked up because I'm a better person than that. Like, listen, buddy, I don't know anything about your drama, but, like, in the past 20 minutes, I have found that I hate you a lot. Following in this blog post, the controversy continued to garner attention and spread even further as people around the web weighed in on the allegations. What is it? I want to know, like, the timeline. Major debates, shapes, Android Simulator controversy, NamoWiki. What the fuck is NamoWiki? Oh boy, outline. Document describing the controversies. Oh my god. Android Dev, yeah, in Korea this game is Yansumi, Android Dev, blah blah blah. Turfy, if you can't handle me and my grooming worse, you don't deserve me at my fedora best. I need you to know I hate that. That's awesome. Controversy or resource theft. So this is all like game related stuff. Dakimakura porn game. What? What? On December 28th, 2019, the developer posted on his blog video and cross-passed with another game. Fans who only saw the title knew that the game had grown that much and read the contents in anticipation, but it turned out the game they cross-passed was a porn game. The developer said 3 years ago that his game is a serious game and absolutely not a game for sexual elements. However, cross-passing with this game showed a contradictory... What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? I'm actually crying. That's crazy. What the fuck? Oh. Questions about comment manipulation were also raised. Oh, is this like... This person's been banned from Twitch somehow? What? In addition, as mentioned before, questions about comment manipulation were also raised, and when the article was uploaded immediately, the comments, it doesn't seem like the collaboration with this game is real. Have you forgotten the Twitch problem? Now if you play this game anywhere, you'll be treated, blah blah blah. Possibility of manipulating comics video is sufficient. There was a lot of evidence of witnessing manipulation. Yeah. The quality of the collaboration is also a bit subtle, as both collaboration characters, Yandere-chan and Info-chan, were only attainable for a very short time and have never been reprinted since. The fact that the performance is also terrible is a bonus. In 2024, the name and appearance of the character were completely changed, and the game production company certified it as a dark history. Ooh. I like slime ooting out of my fingers. Ew. In addition to this game, I also collaborated with another game called Boobs in the City, and just looking at the title of the game, you can see that it's a sensational game. The reason that the word boobs in the title is slang for female breasts. The official website has naked pictures of the character. Among them are Iono, Aishi, and Nemesis. What? Is this stuff that what's-his-face said? Yandere Dev? And game makers. Illumi, beautification. God, this is such a fucking rabbit hole, guys. My god, I did not realize. Holy shit. I read this post, Empress. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, they're under it is. Holy shit. Oh my god! That was only a small cut of his fucking garbage? Wait a minute. A few months back, a fan of the game DM'd me and wanted to chat, and it was in Crush before the whole grooming thing, and that game has adult DLC. I see. Actually, you see, I didn't really do anything. Wait, okay, here we go. A few months back, the fan of the game DM'd me and wanted to chat. I normally just turn fans away and tell them I'm busy, but in this case, that fan seemed really funny and interesting, so I agreed to talk. After around 2 months, I agreed to do a voice chat with her. Okay. Right off the bat, she let me know she was 16. At the time, I didn't even perceive this as a problem. What do I care at her age is? She's just a funny fan of the game who wants to talk to me. This is no big deal. I rationalized to myself that this is fine. This is a massive mistake, never one more to follow. Dude, I love that he literally starts off with, like, no, I'm not going to explain myself. I'm just going to take accountability, and then immediately begins to explain himself. We talked for a while, and eventually I started to feel really comfortable speaking to her. I started talking to her the same way I would speak to any of my other friends. She was one of the guys. I made the same type of vulgar jokes that I make when choice chatting with my other friends. This is an absolutely unacceptable mistake. No grown-up should ever use adult language or make adult jokes in the presence of a minor. Just because I felt really comfortable speaking to her, that doesn't make it okay. That's no excuse, not in the slightest. Blech. They removed Ayano and replaced her with another character, but reused the assets and made, I see. Occasionally, she would say something flirty towards me. Most of the time, I would shut that down immediately and refuse to reciprocate. However, there were times where I didn't shut down and let her talk to me that way without stopping her. When you were horny? Because you're disgusting? Obviously goes without saying that this is absolutely not fucking okay. This is the point in time when I should have instantly disengaged and ended all contact with her. Any interaction between adult and the minor, it is the adult's responsibility to put an immediate stop to any inappropriate behavior. Most of the time it shouldn't. His post-nut clarity would be wild. In any other interaction between adult and minor, it is the adult's responsibility to put an immediate stop. There's actually no excuse for tolerating this as if it was okay. I didn't want to be a buzzkill, or I didn't want to ruin the vibes, or we were just having a lighthearted, jokey conversation. It didn't really feel like anything wrong was happening, or not acceptable excuses in the slightest. Here's the thing, right? Though, like, he says she's being flirty and shit, right? But, like, how do you even, like, not shut that shit down? Like, I don't even understand, like, I don't know. I just don't understand this mentality. Whatever. I'm never gonna get it. We're gonna keep going. At some point, she started recording our conversations so that she could share my jokes with her friends. However, one of her friends interpreted my remarks as showing such sexual interest in her. They convinced her that I was trying to groom her and that she should release all of her recordings to expose me. I love the fucking quotations in here. Like, again, I'm taking responsibility, but also, like, her friends convinced her. Woo! Alright. Her friend pressured her into providing the recordings to a drama YouTuber who began producing a video about the situation. A preview of the video revealed that the intention of the video would be to characterize me as a predator groomer by presenting clips of the conversation that sounded sexual. Obviously, it doesn't matter how the recordings were made public because the entire situation never should have been allowed to happen in the first place. I am just explaining why such a video even exists. Ooh. Okay. Wait. Alright. I need... Okay. Okay. Alright. sometimes you laugh because it's so ridiculous that you just can't, like, you just can't do anything else. Like, the this fucker just keeps, like, first of all, he's blaming it on her, and then turning around and being like, well, it's still my fault that, that even happened in the first place, but, like, she shouldn't have, like, told her friends and let them know what was going on. Like, I just have to fucking laugh. Like, I just have to laugh because it's so ridiculous. It's my fault, but you'd have to tell anyone. Exactly. Alright. Watching the recordings of the way I interacted with her has been mortifying for me. I keep thinking, I actually... Dude! I can't take it. I can't take the fucking, like... Oh my god. It's like 35? Yeah, he was 35 at the time. If this is correct, he was 35 at the time she was 16. Someone once said he would laugh because that's all we can do. Yup. Watching recordings of the way I interacted with her has been mortifying for me. I keep thinking I actually did that, and you goddamn... Not even like, you disgusting piece of shit. You goddamn idiot. Whoo! Oh, the audacity of this man. Whenever I'm reminded of something inappropriate that I said in a conversation with her, I'm not going to spend a million years belaboring this point, but I want you to know that I've been kicking myself nonstop since the situation happened. I feel disgust and disappointment of myself on a level that I've never before felt on in my entire life. I guarantee, I would put money down. I would put my life savings down on the fact that he does not feel this way because it was disgusting. He feels this way because he got caught. I guarantee you, I would die on that hill. That is actually what he's upset about, that he fucking got caught. Ugh. Alright. It was foolish, extremely damn foolish for me to think to myself that it was possible to rationalize an adult becoming friends with a minor, because no matter what the adult's intentions are in the beginning, there are so many potential things that can go wrong involving an adult and a minor alone together in that scenario that should never even be allowed to happen in the first place. Okay. Not to mention the inherent power imbalance, etc. I could write out every single reason why an adult and a minor can't have a meaningful friendship, but then this blog post would be twice as long. If I remember once, he was a part of a conversation about the age of consent being based on a test of some kind instead of age, and that if a minor passes that, they can mentally have spice. Ah! Yucky! Yucky! That's yucky! Yucky, yucky! Yucky, yucky, yucky. I don't fucking give a shit if they pass a test, like, because as a victim of this specific type of crime, as somebody who went through this, you can tell a child can take a test and understand what actually, like, the concept, a baseline level of, like, what sex is. Like, they can understand the baseline, especially if they're a teenager. Like, they understand the baseline of what sex is, but they are not mature enough, smart enough to understand what that actually means, right? Like, the concept versus practice is very, very different. And when you are that age, your brain is not fully developed. You are not fully aware of what is happening, and you are not able to consent because you do not truly understand the depth of what is happening. Like, you truly do not understand what is actually happening to you. As somebody who went through that, who thought that I was mature enough to understand what was happening, that is not the case. There is no test you could give a child that would tell you whether or not they're ready to have an adult intimate relationship, because that's just straight up not fucking possible. Okay. I digress. Whew. Okay. Whew. Over the years, a lot of people have contacted me to tell me that they look up to me, they admire me, and that I inspired them. Right now, I'm thinking about all the people who ever said those words to me, and I realize that my actions have completely invalidated their words. No, someone who makes this kind of mind-numbingly stupid mistake is not admirable or inspiring. It's not! Directed to college-age guys and a teenager. As kids, you're not mature enough to understand this. No, you're not! And the thing is, right, like, I just don't... It's not a mistake. Like, it would be a mistake if you were, like, 18 or 19. Fuck, I may even give you a little leeway if you were 20. You are 30 fucking 5. You have been fully developed for 10 years, my guy. There is no excuse for this. This is not a mistake. This is not a mistake. You are 35 years old. That their power imbalance is because of the level of understanding. Exactly. It's like they genuinely do not understand. Like I said, 16 and 20 even, I may give a little bit of leeway. Maybe. But like 35, you have no, like that is not a mistake. You fucked up bad. And it's not a mistake. You knew what you were doing. At 35, you're whatever. I digress. Ooh, okay. I let the fans down. I keep saying that to myself over and over. Years of trying my best to prove I'm not the bad guy that people say I am, and then I go and screw up so badly that I've retroactively vindicated some of the hate that has been directed at me. Dude, you are a fucking disgusting human being. Shut up. It's ironic. I've always tried so hard to disprove that hateful remarks that people make about me by doing the opposite of what they expect from me. For example, if people say I'm lazy, I respond with working more hours than usual. If people say I'm greedy, I respond by turning down opportunities to make money. If people say I'm interested in minors, I respond by adding rules to my Discord server that actively discourage minors from participating. At every turn, I try my absolute best to disprove every ignorant and hateful false accusation. This man has no fucking spine, okay? This man is only changing things because he feels like he is obligated, right? Like, he feels like, I have to do this so that people don't think this way of me. I have to do this so people don't think that way of me. Like, I have always told you guys that genuine content creators, genuine creators have rules and morals and things that they follow because they're genuine people that have actual thoughts and feelings on the matter. If you are just changing your behavior because people are saying you're a bad person, then you are not capable of understanding what you did wrong in the first place because you wouldn't have done it in the first place. It would be one thing if you were straight up just ignorant, like you did not understand. But these are things like with Yandere Simulator, with the inherent like theming of it, you should not be involving minors to begin with. And only after all of these allegations came to light, you decided you were going to change rules. And then like the thing about turning down money and whatever, it's like so if you're telling me that if people weren't calling you a greedy fucking cunt, then you would have taken those sponsorship deals. By telling me you were choosing not to take those only after people were calling you greedy, you're telling me that that was the only reason that you chose to turn it down. And it wasn't even because you disagreed with what was happening. You were doing it to save face, which already tells me you are such a fake, like, probably bad person, like you're saying, Turfy. Ugh. Oof, and now look what I've got. And now look what I've gone and done. Instead of doing everything in my power to disprove the allegations that I'm attracted to kids, I only made some remarks that sound really, really fucking questionable. I'm the worst. I fucking, ugh. Rules against minors should have been there to begin with, not when it becomes. Absolutely! Thank you, Rose. Oof. And now I'm looking on, I mean, it's really questionable. I'm not even going to say it only sounds bad because it's out of context. If only you had the context, you'd understand it wasn't so bad. I'm just going to own up on this one. The fact that it even happened at all is bad, regardless of the context. There is no excuse. This is an outright fuck up, pure and simple. After that video went public, some of the game's volunteers started receiving harassment and abusive messages. Several of them have already contacted me to inform they can no longer be associated with me or my project and want me to remove their assets from the game. I get it. There is a part of me that wants to profusely beg them to reconsider, but whatever they decide, I'm going to respect their wishes. It's one thing to make a stupid mistake that results in self-humiliation. It's another thing to make a mistake that affects all of the people who associate with me. However, it's a mistake on an entirely different level to a mistake that involves an inappropriate interaction with a minor. At this point in time, it's difficult to determine exactly how much is going to impact the development of Yandere Simulator. If I have to replace a huge number of assets, hundreds of voice-acted lines, for example, I won't lie, that's going to be a pretty big setback. I really only have myself to blame for it, though. For what it's worth, I'd like to make you aware of the fact that the fan I spoke to has expressed her feelings on the situation. You can find the post here. I feel like it's going to take a really long time for me to forgive myself for such a stupid mistake. But as the first step, I've donated 1,000 to RAIN, an organization that provides care benefits for survivors of abuse. I know that it doesn't instantly wash away my bad decisions, but I hope it demonstrates that I'm willing to do whatever feels necessary. Whatever feels necessary to begin atoning for my mistakes. I'd like to apologize to my volunteers, my fans, and anyone who has ever called themselves my friend. I'm truly and sincerely sorry. Actions speak louder than words, though, so I'm going to try my hardest to grow as much as I can from this and make sure that nothing even remotely similar to this happens in the future. Please don't bash the fan who DM'd me, that's the last thing I want. Throughout the years, many Yandere Dev imposters have impersonated me and said awful things while using my username and avatar. As a result of the recent controversy, a lot of these Yandere Dev said something awful screenshots are resurfacing and being spread around. Please don't fall for the fakes, it's not me in the screenshots. Wow. Really text-based art today, yeah. We on a side quest. Yeah, we're on a side quest right now. What is the is this the thing that Calimari was talking about? I am making this post on behalf of someone who is getting banned and they post it anywhere. So you're probably seeing the TikTok claiming that the dev groomed a minor and there's video recordings of it. I'm the minor and I'd like to give my side of the story. First, here's proof of my identity. Same voices in the TikTok claiming the dev is grooming the minor. I messaged dev because I'm a fan. He usually doesn't do voice calls, but after 2 months he finally agreed. He was so distant at first, but he eventually loosened up and started making jokes. Some of his jokes were so quotable, like Anya, Anya. So I started recording our conversation so I can make the soundboard buttons out of Dead's quotes. I really wasn't trying to bait him into saying bad things, but I did ask him suspicious questions to hear weird, funny answers. Like sometimes I asked about the topics of age and consent because it's an inside joke between me and my friends. I really wasn't trying to bait him into saying bad things. Oh, wait. If he gave a silly answer, I would share it with my friends. One friend took some of his quotes as way too seriously and started saying he sounds like a predator and they need to expose him. I have a hard time saying no, so I agreed to do what he said. I shared a recording to a YouTuber named Allie, and she started making a video out of it. When Bug, the friend, started sharing clips of the video, I realized he was twisting it. In the video, Allie made it seem like Dev sought me out and called me, which isn't true. I DM'd him first, and I called him, not the other way around. I decided the whole thing was blowing up in a really stupid way and told everyone involved that I didn't want them to use my illegally taken recordings to make a video anymore. Ellie really wants to release the video though, so she keeps trying to manipulate me into thinking I'm a grooming victim. Girls at school, yeah. Alright. This is yucky. This is gross. I do not think that Dev is a groomer. I do not feel traumatized by him, and I am making this post to say that I oppose what Allie is doing. Dude! Guys, I want you guys to understand, if you have never been in this type of dynamic, I want you to understand that this is textbook. This is almost exactly the same stuff that I said when I went through this. It's not as bad as it looks. I do not feel traumatized. I think this is totally okay. I want you guys to understand this is textbook. This is exactly how a minor is going to react when they are told that the person that is giving them attention, affection, I don't know anything about this minor to say I know their situation, but I know what my situation was. Excuse me. And for me, that is exactly textbook. Like, that is how I responded when I was, like, when it came out that what I was doing was happening. Like, I had no idea how bad it truly was, because all I knew in my kid brain was that I was having a good time and somebody was giving me attention, and it was good attention. And these kids like this, I speaking again, I'm speaking from a place of experience. Like, I have been through this. I was on the other side of this. I understand what goes through that kid's head. You really, truly do not understand how this is happening to you. Like, you truly do not understand what is wrong with what's happening. It's just the way that it works. And this is an adult who you trust and you care about, and who makes you feel safe and makes you feel seen and makes you feel like whatever. Like, you are so easily manipulated in that situation because you just straight up do not know any better. And I was somebody who went through this and was able to see, like, and now that I'm an adult and I'm out of it, I see so many similarities. It's not even fucking funny. The problem is that the kid will probably not understand how bad this truly is until way, way, way later, because I certainly didn't. I did not understand. But that is truly the headspace that you get into when you're in that situation. Way later, if at all. Exactly. Way later, if at all. It's just, that's just how it is. It's really sad. But like I said, as somebody who's been through it, that is exactly what it feels like, is I don't understand how I was wronged. So, it genuinely, like, you just don't understand. But we are all out of time today. So, thank you everybody so much for coming. Thank you for joining me on this side quest. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you being here and hanging out and having this open dialogue with me. And I will see you all tomorrow. We'll get back to Red Dead. We may or may not do another, my god, I'm gonna stab Microsoft. We may not do Tomodachi Life tomorrow, but we'll see. So, thank you guys for being here. I will see you all tomorrow, alright? Alright. Bye-bye!